Hi, this is a short video recording for cash flow report in Odoo version 17. This was developed for Cascade Solution, and I'll just give you a quick overview of what we developed for them. So I'll straight we move on to accounting. As I get into the accounting dashboard, there are a couple of things which I need to show here. Just Yeah, so the dashboard has loaded. So one thing we need to see is the bank journal here. So bank journal currently holds up $60,000 in cash in bank. And the cash flow report is situated here under reporting. Under financial reports, we have a menu called cash flow reports. I click on this, you get a list of forecasts which you have done in the past. I'll just create up a new forecast record here. And then this forecast would be, let's say, starting today, and I'd like to do it until August 31st. And this would require me to select the journal here. So once I select the journal, it populates the cash and bank transaction, the value from the bank journal. And then at the same time, if I save this and fetch records, what it does, it populates all the AR transactions here. So you can see all the invoices which have been sent to the customer, which are recorded in the system, has a payment term days and the due date on it, and I can accordingly forecast like when am I planning to receive this invoices as payments. So I have an all $366,000 worth of invoices that needs to be received, and at the same time, I also have an AP tab which has a list of my vendors and vendor payments which I need to do between this period. So accordingly, it shows me up the value of payments that I need to do and at what specific date I need to do this in the system. So this is what the system gives me in terms of what is AR and AP. If I want to further add anything, I can manually add in a line and set that up as well, so that it will take up updates in my forecast. And then similarly on your invoices here as well. So let's say this record was created and I right now go and create two different invoices and send it to the customer. And if I refetch the orders, it will update this calculation already, right? So these are the two tabs which we use usually. And then there is the sales tab. So sales tab is nothing but your sales projection, in which you should be able to add up a line, give up a date when you want to book that order. So let's say, for example, this is for Comco, and the date for this is, let's say, I'll close it by 26th, and I have a 30 days due date payment term, or I would say terms on getting it paid. So accordingly, it calculates the due date. But let's say I would say this is just 10 days. So accordingly, it will update it at on 6th July. I should be able to have that amount. And let's say the amount I put is $60,000, right? So that's my sales projection, which I want to add it up onto my forecast. And I'll just save this. So when I'm fetching these records and populating and updating records here, it's automatically updating my forecast in the system. So on my forecast menu, you can see two sections here. One at the top is my day-by-day comparison of what are my AP transaction needs are there planned and what are my AR payment. And then accordingly, it gives me the cash in bank. So as of today itself, I have, so that's the 21st of June here. I have $1,000 worth of payment that needs to be done. But at the same time, I'm receiving $31,000 in AR payments. So that would update my cash in bank from $60,000 to $90,000. So that's the update. Then a few more days goes empty, and then you can see here I have some payment at the same time. AR is as well defined on that date. So accordingly, my balance get updated. And the sales projection which I added was expected to be on 6th July. So that's the 6th July date, and I see $60,000 coming in and updating my AR by $170,000, right? So if you can keep scrolling down, you'll get a day-by-day comparison of this. And a quick highlighter, what we have developed is that if at any point of time on cash in bank, so this is a comparison of cash in bank until the end of the period which we selected. So looks like there is no point where we are going to run out of cash. So there is no highlight defined in this details. But let's say, for example, just for the demo purpose, I want to show up that I would run out of some money at a specific date. So let's say, for example, on a specific date, let's say here on July 3rd, I have $87,000 in cash in bank. So what I'll do is I'll go to my AP transaction here, and let's create up a new one. Let's say this is for this particular customer, and then this is a $90,000 worth of payment, and this is going to be on 3rd of July. Yeah, so I'm just randomly selecting this, and I updated this. I'll save this particular record. So once I have updated my AP side of transaction, it automatically reflects up here where my transaction would take place. So as you can see that on 3rd of July, now it shows up this $90,000 of payment, and that's where I go negative, right? So on 3rd of July, I should go a negative of $2,300. And that similar thing would show up here, highlighted in yellow, that I'm going to go negative on this day. So in order to fix this, I should be able to have enough cash in hand or in bank so that I should be able to manage that. However, on 4th of July, I have some payments coming in. So that's how I start building up my cash in bank again. And then that's by the end of the month, I would have end of August, I would have like $388,000 completely based on the data which I have in the system. So this is how the customer manipulates the information and tries to generate a data out of it. It can be exported to Excel. So they used to do this export from QuickBooks, which was a very tedious job to do, segregate this information into a different format. So I'm just going to pull that report out here. Just going to resize the menu here and bring up the report. So here you can see the same tab: sales, AR, AP, and then the combined forecast. So this is the report they used to build manually before having Odoo in place, but with version 17, we have developed this feature for them so that they can automatically generate this report out of the system and accordingly manage their cash flow. So this is the quick overview I wanted to give you on the cash flow report we built for Cascade Solution. Thank you.